All right, here I am back again. It's the next night. Last night I was reading in Exodus and I started at chapter 18. And I think I read into 21 or 22. And I was going to continue. But when I started reading it, bingo, something came in my head, and now I'm in Deuteronomy. It's amazing how the thoughts come into your mind that are the right ones. But you have to be able to discern. Deuteronomy, and there's going to be a few different things that are going to be talked about tonight. And here I am talking to myself, sitting there in the middle of the night reading my Bible. Hopefully, when this gets put out on YouTube, someone or more will hear this word coming from God, and those people will change their life. Just allow this to go right into your head. Once it gets in there, it never goes away. Right now, you're putting in there all the crap, especially here in the U.S. Not like the Muslim countries, though. That's 100% evil over there. All right, I'm going to do Deuteronomy. Let's see where I want to start. Wow. All right, I'm going to try chapter 13. This is talking about idolaters. People who worship idols to be put to death. These are God's commandments. All these people that get killed are spirit-filled, but not good spirits. It's all evil spirits. It's of Satan, like the Catholic Church, for instance. If there arise among you a prophet, let me move this over so you can see a little better. If there arise among you a prophet, or a dreamer of dreams, and giveth thee a sign or a wonder, and the sign or the wonder come to pass, in other words, if it happens, whereof he spake unto thee, saying, Let us go after other gods, which thou hast not known, and let us serve them. Getting off the path, the right path. Now, how does that happen in the U.S.? By allowing Planned Parenthood to kill the fruits of the real American people, the godly people. They kill the babies and do not teach all the people who are alive anything about God. Try to remove as much evidence of God from the land as they can. That's the demon craps. The liberals, the communists, the Muslims, they want you to die. Listen to what God says if you do that. You allow these other people to come in your country and you follow their gods. Listen to what God tells you to do to them. Thou shalt not hearken unto the words of that prophet. That's some scumbag like Jim Jones. Or that dreamer of dreams. For the Lord your God proveth you to know whether ye love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul. In other words, he allows that to actually happen at times to see if the real believers are going to follow him or not. Sometimes it might be tough. For me, it's not tough anymore. It's an everyday thing. I don't go after that crap anymore. course, I never went after other gods. I just did other junk, a stupid man. A fool at times. Ye shall walk after the Lord your God, and fear him. That's a godly fear, not a fear of, like a rabid dog. And keep his commandments. The commandments are in this book. You want to know what the commandments of God are? You read this book, like I'm reading right now. And obey his voice. You'll hear him speak. It takes a length of time. It takes a while to hear the voice of God. And ye shall serve him and cleave unto him. Hold on tight. Once you start walking on the wrong path, and there's pleasure out there, it's easier to walk that path. But all of a sudden you step into the quicksand and you get stuck. And he's the only one that can get you out. Talking about Jesus. And that prophet, or that dreamer of dreams, shall be put to death. Did you hear what I read here? I only went into the 5th verse. I'm going to read it again. If there arise among you a prophet, a phony one at that, or a dreamer of dreams, and giveth thee a sign or a wonder, and the sign or the wonder come to pass. You see, now, in the book of Exodus, when Moses was going before Pharaoh, and he was doing things, and all of their wizards, let's call them wizards, they were able to do things too, because Satan also has power, but the ultimate power and control comes through God, and Moses was able to overcome with the power of God. Let me read this. And the sign or the wonder come to pass, whereof he spake unto thee, saying, Let us go after other gods, which thou hast not known, and let us serve them. He's talking about them allowing people into the Israelite people, coming into their country, or their town, or their camp, and doing something like this, and having them say, hey, come follow us. This is a lot nicer. God says, don't do it. That's what's happening in America today. Thou shalt not hearken unto the words of that prophet. He's calling him a prophet, but he's really a scumbag. He's evil. Or that dreamer of dreams. For the Lord your God proveth you, to know whether ye love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul. Ye shall walk after the Lord your God, and fear him, and keep his commandments, and obey his voice, and ye shall serve him, and cleave unto him. That's all self-explanatory, man. I really don't need to say a whole bunch of stuff about this. And that prophet, or that dreamer of dreams, shall be put to death. Now, who could be like that? How about that illegal alien out there in San Francisco that killed that girl a few years back? Huh? And San Francisco is giving him a safe haven. The sanctuary city. Now that guy should have been put to death, along with all of those scumbags that go along with that sanctuary city stuff. They're all going to get it in the end, and it's going to come from God. Because he hath spoken to turn you away. Because he hath spoken to turn you away from the Lord your God, which brought you out of the land of Egypt. Now, obviously, we didn't come out of the land of Egypt. Where were we? We were in darkness, man. We were serving Satan in darkness by not doing this stuff, not hearkening to the word of God. And we were saved from that. And that's the same as what happened to these guys. They were in Egypt, and they were doing a whole bunch of stuff, and God saved them, just like he saved me, just like he can save you. And redeemed you out of the house of bondage, to thrust thee out of the way which the Lord thy God commanded thee to walk in. So shalt thou put the evil away from the midst of thee. In other words, all the bad stuff and wrong stuff you're doing, he's saying cast it aside. And don't do it anymore. Obviously, we're reading in the Old Testament, and these are things that happened to people a long time ago. All right? Actually, it was before Jesus was born. Became flesh, let's say. Huh? But Jesus always was, because Jesus is God. If thy brother, the son of thy mother, or thy son, or thy daughter, or the wife of thy bosom, or thy friend, which is as thine own soul, entice thee secretly, saying, Let us go and serve other gods, which thou hast not known, thou nor thy fathers, namely, the gods of the people which are round about you. That's what they're bringing in here. Nigh unto thee, or far off from thee, from the one end of the earth, even unto the other end of the earth. Thou shalt not consent unto him, nor hearken unto him, neither shall thine eye pity him, neither shalt thou spare him, neither shalt thou conceal him. Make it known. You know, of the 320 or 330 million people in America, the true godly people are the minority. There aren't that many. Millions and millions of people are following Satan. But thou shalt surely kill him. Thine hand shall be first upon him to put him to death, and afterwards the hand of all the people. Everybody takes credit who will walk in the right path for doing the right thing. And thou shalt stone him with stones that he die, because he hath sought to thrust thee away from the Lord thy God, which brought thee out of the land of Egypt from the house of bondage. And all Israel shall hear and fear, and shall do no more any such wickedness as this is among you. And that's what's happening in America today. There's only one person that's trying to fight it, Donald Trump. And I think God played a hand in putting him into that office. I think he caused stuff to, or at least helped. If thou shalt hear say in one of thy cities, which the Lord thy God hath given thee to dwell there, saying, Certain men, the children of Belial, that's Satan, are gone out from among you, and have withdrawn the inhabitants of their city, saying, Let us go and serve other gods, which ye have not known. Talking about Satan doing it now, and he uses people. Then shalt thou inquire and make search and ask diligently, and behold, if it be truth and the thing certain that such abomination is wrought among you. In other words, find out if it's true. Thou shalt surely smite the inhabitants of that city with the edge of the sword, destroying it utterly. He says wipe everything out, even the children, all of them, and all that is therein, and the cattle thereof with the edge of the sword. Even their animals, man. He says kill them all. Wipe it out because it's evil. That's what's going to happen in America in the future. God is going to purge this land. And you want to be on his side. And thou shalt gather all the spoil of it into the midst of the street thereof, and shalt burn with fire the city, and all the spoil thereof, every whit, for the Lord thy God, and it shall be an heap forever. It shall not be built again. He's saying destroy the evil completely, and don't allow it to grow again. Now, all these people that he's talking about and the people of today, now how do you figure out who they are, huh? There's a verse in here. It says, you will know them by their fruits, by what they produce. Remember that black communist Muslim that weaseled his way into the presidency of the United States? You knew him by his fruits, huh? How about it? If you like your doctor, you can keep him. It was a lie. If you like your insurance policy, you can keep it. It was a lie. And what did he do to Iran? Now, I say he's a Muslim. That's my opinion. When he was over there doing that talk about that screwy, or he sent Kerry over there to talk about that, making a deal with him. And what did he do after that? He sent billions of dollars over there in cash. He gave it to the Muslims, the people who want to destroy the United States. While he was president, and nobody could stop him from doing it, because nobody had any balls. You understand? Donald Trump has the nuts, okay? He's got the onions to do it. He paid them all that money. He gave it to them so that they can continue funding the terrorists all over the world. And he wants it to happen right here in the U.S. He still is working on it today. I'm going to stop this for a second or two, get myself a Marco Rubio, and I'm coming right back.